G'day Purple fam, that guy Purps here, back with another music reaction video. Now I was looking up the list of suggested videos that I should react to, etc, etc, and I come across Ayreon, don't know how to pronounce that, Ayreon, and it was suggested I do the day the world breaks down. Now, I've just seen it, it's 13 minutes long. I can't remember when or who suggested it. Every time I see it in the new suggestions in the comments, I make sure I write it down in my notes in my phone or something like that, because going back through YouTube comments all the time trying to find certain comments I'd be here till I was 100,000 years old. So I make sure when I see them, I like them, I write them down, and we are getting through them eventually. So I found this. I have no idea who the artist is, what genre they do, anything. So all I can see is it's a 13-minute track. So I'm going to assume rock. Not many other genres sort of go past the 5-6 minutes. It's normally rock that does that. So I'm going to take a stab in the dark and just say that. But yeah, if you do like the reaction, guys, make sure to hit the thumbs up. If you don't like the reaction for some reason, just hit the thumbs down. It does all add to the YouTube algorithm and helps the channel either way. So yeah, and comment down below any other artists, genres, songs you'd like to see me react to. And please consider subscribing to the channel. It costs nothing and it does help the channel out. So yeah, let's get into this one. This is Ayreon, The Day the World Breaks Down. And I'm assuming The Source 2017 would be an album that this came from. But yeah, it's going to be a long one, and strap in, get yourself a coffee or something. If you need to pause the video now, go get yourself a hot beverage. I got one. It's a bit cold here and it's keeping my hands warm. So, but yeah, if you need to go a step away, go use the bathroom, grab a drink, get a snack or something like that. We're going to be here for a while, so yeah, let's get into it. Looks like this is going to be a movie. So maybe go grab some popcorn too. This is Asian. Oh, background trivia, okay. Eleven main singers. Wow.
A silence so deafening as the stillness surrounds us.
It is a warm and expressive voice.
A rush of fear is surging through our veins. Darkens our horizon. What have we done? Is this the end?
Are they trying to predict the future? Because yeah, I can see that sort of stuff happening here, not in the not too distant future. With the way computers and everything are going now, and like AI and just all the war machines that we have and everything like that. It's, yeah.
Death descends.
The flute and the cello, the piano and the cello, the piano and the flute, all those classical, instruments, they work really well together, so well together. Really creates. You don't just hear the note, but it creates like an atmosphere around it as well. And the violin with the drums. Come on. Bit of synth. He's got that very, I don't know where I know it from, but like that real sort of 80s rock sort of, I don't know how to describe the vocal, but it sort of takes me back to that, like the glam rock sort of, no offense to anyone who doesn't like that, but yeah, just sort of that vibe, like that real strong sort of vocal with, how he tailed off there, like. Don't say I didn't warn you. Here come my words. The day that the world breaks down. Don't claim you didn't see it. And I like that little, up into the falsetto there, like, don't say, like, yeah, so good. Are you prepared to die the day that the world breaks down? A lot of passion. I can't believe we're in danger. I can't believe that we let it come this far. Prepare for the changes. We must prepare for the day that the world breaks down. Don't expect we will survive this. There'll be no way back. The day that the world breaks down. Don't assume it's all a nightmare. We won't stand a chance. The day that the world breaks down. Such strong vocalist, like he's hitting all those notes, like going on that bit of a run, and just with that same level of intensity. Love it. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we are headed for a must prepare for the blackening. We must prepare for the day that the world breaks down. I can feel it in my heart. I can see it in the stars. Behold, it's all been foretold. The future unfolds. The day that the world breaks down. I like how they're explaining, all the different, like you said, like the background elements. Like this guitar played on, through this amplifier, through this, through that. This synthesizer was played through this, because that's why people have, like you look in the back there, all the different equipment that he has. each piece of equipment would have, you've got like amplifiers and stuff, or trying to think of the word. I think just like even with like home stereo equipment, you've got tube amplifiers, you got this sort of amplifier, you've got this, like, and then you get to music, you got this soundboard, and this distortion pedal and this distortion pedal give a completely different sound. And if you run that through this amp, you run that through that amp, use this size lead, use that size lead, it all helps create the different sounds. Like nowadays, a lot of people, can go into a thing and you download, your little toolbox, I guess, of all the different sounds, and they're just how they are, and you just produce them, electronically. But when you're producing music like this, to create those sounds, you need all those different bits of equipment, and each one is going to give a different sound for a different purpose. And the fact that you can tell he's been doing it for a while, he's not just by his age, but by his skill level and how much he knows about all the different pieces of equipment. He could probably, write a score for a movie, do music for a musical. He has so many, from what I've gathered so far, it would appear that he has so much knowledge on how to create the certain sounds and what's needed where, that he could put it together and make it work.
Always knew this would happen. Not many believed in my cause. I'm sure they will all turn to me now. I'm sure I am the only one who can save us from this fate. I always knew they would need me. Not many show faith in my plans. I'm sure they will listen to me now. I'm sure that I'm the only one who can save us from this
See what I mean? Like, he knows that you need that space for the drums to be able to, the sound to come out, bounce off the walls and come back to give you that ambient sound, to give you that atmosphere. It's all good having, on a drum pad or something like that, but to have like to capture that full essence of that instrument, and he knows, he'd probably know, okay, the microphone needs to be 1.6 meters away, aimed at a 45-degree angle to this for that sound. He'd know all that technical stuff. Like that's what I'm getting from this, and the wall of sound and the journey that we've been on so far. Like, I actually feel tired. Like I feel like just from the beginning, the music has taken me on this journey, whether it be that intergalactic journey to the Andromeda system, and I've gone to Planet Alpha, and I'm there and I'm witnessing this stuff, but also like it's just it's fun and it's exciting, but at the same time it definitely is with so many different sounds and the wall of sound coming out from many different ways. It's a lot to think about, and it is tiring, but in a good way. Like I'm not like tired of listening to it. I'm becoming physically exhausted just from processing everything that's going on.
I believe you are the answer. Yes, I agree you are the key. Your future lies in the heavens. Our future lies beyond the stars. We will save them. We will save them. From this fate.
I don't know how you guys are listening to this, but in their headset when it's, their harmonies and then one pops in here, one pops into here, is so beautiful. And he's Australian. Who is this guy? He's an Aussie? It is quite groovy.
I must have been blind. I mean, it should have been obvious. Straight out of my mind to rely on the cold machine. The sounds were strong. I know I was wrong. I know they will hate me now. Ooh, but I will come clean and destroy this cold machine. This is not over, not as long as we're alive. If we join our forces, we will make it. This is not over, as a race we must survive. And in the end, we'll cross this bridge.
I like how he's given props to everyone, like he was really nice to be around. She has an infectious smile. I like her dry sense of humor. He lit up the room. He inspires me to do, like, they're the positive messages we should be, it really comes across like he had a lot of pleasure making this whole thing and putting it all together and meeting all these people and having people come to his studio and perform this. Like, really was like a bonding experience and a real community sort of get together.
We're losing this fight, and yes, we got ourselves to blame. I guess it seems right in the mind of a cold machine. I'll
That
fix
is-
every flaw.
That really is a nice part. That fast guitar run. That's great.
I'll break every law. I'll tear up the rule book if that's what it takes. You will see. I will crush this cold machine. This is not over. I am sure we'll find a way out of this desperate situation. This is not over, even if it all seems hopeless.
bet. That was nice. Oh. How did we get back to here? Like, we've just gone on this like whole, it's like a whole journey, and it's like, okay, well, you know, we're now at this planet, and here's this place, and here's that. It's like a full tour, like this. Yeah, it's mind blowing. Floor Jansen from Nightwish. He does have a nice voice. That's pretty creepy, hey, like the womb of the future. Just having, you know, the body growing in there with all the tubes sticking out of it everywhere. I did. I did really enjoy it. That was great. That was actually great. Alright, so because everyone keeps at me, I've got to watch to the end. We're watching to the end. It's only a little bit to go. And I think it's just going to be... Oh, look at the fetus floating around in there. Okay. I'm going to assume that the last, you know, 12 odd seconds or however long we left. Yeah. That it's just going to be advertising for the album. So... it's up there now. If you haven't already heard it, seen it, or whatever, it did come out in 2017 by the looks of things. So I'm sure you could still find a copy or download a copy or something like that somewhere. But yeah, I really don't know what else to say. From where we started, where we ended up halfway through, and then came full circle and ended back like where we are now. That whole musical landscape that we traverse through this 13 minutes of just absolute goodness. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say other than amazing musicians, amazing talented vocalists, and the way it was all put together with all those little notes down the bottom and everything else to explain how the sounds were created and what was used to do what. Obviously, you know, if you're going to try and recreate it, you need to have the skill level of these people, but and that's probably the hardest thing to get. But yeah, like I think that he mentioned a few times prog, so I have heard the term prog rock. So I'm guessing that's what this genre is. So yeah, I might definitely have to check out some more stuff. So let me know down in the comments section what other things I should check out. And like I said at the beginning, if you do like the reaction, make sure to hit the thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, come on, talking to you. I know you haven't. I know you haven't. Come on, just click that subscribe button. But yeah, I hope to see you on the next one. And until then, I'm that guy Purps, and I'll see you then.